So the question that kind of sparked this little bit, and the reason why I did decide to come back to Remarkable, was not just because, I've done this as we've all done. We've done the, oh look, they look very similar kind of comparison. Or we've done the, they're both thin kind of comparison. Yeah, they're both really thin. They're both really nice to look at. They do have a lot of similarities in the way that they've been designed, but really I wanted to dive a little bit more into, what makes them different. And the question that I had in the comments of one of my videos on the Boox Go 10.3 so far is it an upgrade from the Remarkable? And again, the short answer is yes, definitely. If you're a Remarkable user, then I think there's very few reasons, apart from the one big one, which we'll talk about, to stick with the Remarkable. It does depend though, because that big reason might be a big deal for you. So when I was using this at work, and I've talked about this a bit, I found myself missing the BSR a bit because I'm used to, with e-ink, I'm used to multitasking between writing in docs, between reading, between my OneNote, for instance, and I found it a little bit slow to get about compared to what I'm used to, just because it's refreshing isn't as quick. You can see moving it around, it's not what I'm used to. And yeah, I could go into a faster mode, but they're still not great in terms of its scrolling, and it's a smeary mess now, which I don't enjoy. So speed mode is sort of the place to be for that. And yeah, what I was left was thinking, well, I'm just going to use it as a focused device then. And that's where the Remarkable is really good, is as a focused device. So, let's talk a little bit about that. It is a really nicely focused and zoomed in device, but the same kind of question, can I type into Google Docs? What can it do that the Boox Go 10.3 can't? Nothing. And they're a very similar price, although I did find out that you could actually buy this now without the case and without the pen, but previously they were the same price if you had to bundle in the pen, as they had for a while. Then you didn't get a case either. This screen is now better than this one, and really going back to this, looking at this screen, if I do a little bit of pencil drawing, a little bit of pencil lines on it for you, this screen does not look as high contrast as the new Boox 10.3 does. It's just newer technology. You've got 227 ppi here, and you've got 300 ppi over here, and that just gives you better clarity, there's better contrast. It's just an upgrade. E-ink have improved their screens in the 4 years since this was launched. Not even the very best you can get right now, but it is very, very good. It's the best you can get in the West anyway, let's put it that way. So I really want to be able to do those extra things, and when I wanted to just get into the focus, I could. So the question is an upgrade? Yes, because now I can focus in any app that I choose. And I didn't want to just focus in the Notes app, which was fine. I wanted to spend the time focused working on my article that I was writing on Google Docs, you see. So I was typing away with the keyboard on the Google Docs, and I was focused in that. And that was there, that is there in the cloud. If I lose this tomorrow, I've still got that there. Sure, I could focus in on typing on this, but guess what? the word processor, such as it is not a word processor, because it's got one font, no spell check or grammar check or anything like that, no autocomplete, and the text just looks really bad. I mean, the crispness that you've just been treated to by the Go 10.3, I mean, you compare that to it, it's just, and you're going to get sentences like that, no spell or grammar. And sure, it's a great keyboard case, absolutely great keyboard case, really the best keyboard case in the business, bar none. You can keep your Magic Keyboards, thanks, that is a great keyboard case. But there's just so much more you can do over here. So if you can just train yourself, and if you can hit that moon icon and leave it in Do Not Disturb, and you can focus in on what you're doing, then that you're going to be able to focus on this. You're going to, again, be able to do everything you can do on the Remarkable and more. So I just think that is better, really. And I've talked about this Remarkable, and I've talked about the Supernote quite a lot as well, because they are excellent workflows that have been designed for you. You can use those workflows, they absolutely do work, but you have to fit your working life into those workflows rather than let the device fit your existing workflow. And I think that is a trade-off that I'm not really willing to go for. I want to use the Microsoft Cloud. I want to fit in, I want to be able to get my documents, my school documents on here. I want to have my planner on here. I want to be able to switch between those different modes of work and choose which way I want to work. And similarly, you guys, tell me what app that you want to, what's your most used apps on your Boox devices if you've got them, or what are you most excited to use on a Boox device as well. I can use which any one I want. I can use the same things that I use on my more powerful devices. So that bit of text, if it wants to go into a book that I'm publishing, then I can open up the desktop publishing app here on the big PC and I can edit the text and I can send that out to people. I can work in those powerful ways. I can put it straight into PowerPoint. I can work straight into PowerPoint. I can present a PowerPoint if I want from this thing. I can't do any of those things on here. Remarkable gave us a Word and PowerPoint integration. Great. But it was only sending a document from them, basically. Just send a Word document to the device and then you can annotate on top of it and send it back. You can't edit it. You can't save it on the cloud. You can send a PowerPoint to yourself and write your own notes on it. And then you've got that note in your hand while you're delivering your PowerPoint. But you could literally be annotating on a PowerPoint from a device like this. I don't think this one is the best of the books to do that on, but you could do that. So it certainly is a upgrade. If you want to use the handwriting recognition on here or type on here, it works, it's good. But then you have to go into your app and you have to copy and paste out of that into an app that's actually useful it being there in. It is just a notebook replacement. This is an upgrade because it can be just a notebook replacement if that's what you want, but it's an ecosystem that can be whatever you want it to be. And that's the thing, they're both solid ecosystems, but it can only do what's prescribed for you on here, whereas whatever limits you have on Android, you can do them on here. I use Otter Transcriber, although I'm trying out something which is, I think, marketed wrong, because actually it is a really excellent voice note taker there as well. This can do that. This can be an excellent voice note taker as well. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, and the Supernote is better. It's got the same focus. It's got the same note-taking focus. It is better than the Remarkable. It gives you a calendar. It lets you email if you want. It lets you start Word documents, all of those things. But it isn't a Word app, and it isn't saving into you aren't editing your very same Word documents that are available on the cloud anywhere. So yeah, this device is not perfect. It's got a lot of flaws. No device is suited perfectly to every single person. And that's what we find when we talk about these more and more and more, is we've all got our own use cases and we've all got our own preferences. And some people, the Remarkable will fit perfectly in that for you. But no, do you know, this one, it certainly is an upgrade on the Remarkable. Yeah, this is the thing. Boox is Microsoft Office work mode, all that stuff works. Lemon Bear, thank you very much. It's a nice comment there as well. Yeah, exactly. Maybe in our Remarkable 3, the ball is really in your court, Remarkable, isn't it? With Remarkable, I think honestly, when this came out, there were probably some discussions there, and either they've got something ready to go, either Remarkable are sitting there thinking, we've got this, we've got thinner, we've got lighter, we're absolutely ready for Remarkable 3 and we're going to take this apart. But maybe they're not. And if they're not, then they need to take notice of this now, because it's a pretty fantastic job that Boox have done here. Is this the best paper alternative now? I think time will tell. Battery life is good. I'm expecting about a week really of full-on use, which is sort of acceptable e-ink territory really as well. The tilt, it should come. It should come back again. I think they're just going to solve it, find out whatever is causing it. It was only after you've used it for quite a long time it caused the device to freeze up.